your breaking news. Movies, the thing that seem to be in our agenda. Lots of new movies coming out. City of Fear, I hear, is really good. It is about a radioactive criminal who has threatened to contaminate Los Angeles. Cold War thriller. This movie also reveals the culture of surveillance, things that are going on now. Critics say this is a must-see. So if you want to go see City of Fear, it starts Friday everywhere. DOA is also a #1 movie, about an accountant who awakes to discover he has been poisoned and has less than a week to live. He proceeds to tear the city apart in search of his own killer. This movie has been out since last week, so if you'd like to go see that, go now. Movies, movies, movies seem the thing to keep our minds off of the Cold War. There's lots of more movies coming up, great movies, so don't forget to check those out. Here are some other movies. The Wages of Fear, Giant, and The 12 Angry Men. These are all good movies, so go have fun and go to the movies this weekend. Now to you, Keyonna. The CIA forged a plan to overthrow Castro. They recruited refugees from Cuba who lived in the United States. The plans were to land in Cuba and start an uprising and overthrow Castro's rule. Kennedy became president, and when he found out about this plan, he surely did have his doubts. But he accepted what the military advisors and the CIA had to say. The plan was moving forward. The CIA set up training camps in Guatemala. By November, the operation has trained a small army for an assault landing. Government efforts to keep the plan covert did not work. It became common knowledge among Cuban exiles in Miami. Castro found out about the training camps. The press reported widely on events as they unfolded. April 17, 1961, CIA trained Cuban exiles landed at the Bay of Pigs on the south coast of Cuba. Many obstacles approached, and at a crucial moment, Kennedy refused to provide American air support. Cuban forces crushed the invasion and captured all the survivors. Bay of Pigs embarrassed President Kennedy. He took all the blame. Bay of Pigs had 3 effects. The first one is that Kennedy never trusted military advice again. Second, nations lost trust in Kennedy. Third, it was easier to bully Kennedy, and the Soviet Union leader prevails to say Kennedy is not a strong leader. We will be right back with some things about Elvis after this short break. I'm so thirsty, Mom. What should I drink?
How about a Coke? It always makes me feel better.
Wow, thanks. Wow, Mom, that really quenched my thirst.
I know, dear. I drink one every day.
I love you. If you want to be a lamb and quench your thirst while bonding with your mom, buy a Coke today.
I'm a diva. I'm a diva. I'm a diva. I'm a diva.
And we're back with the top story on Elvis. Elvis Presley is going to be a legend in history. Presley has become one of the biggest names in rock and roll. Presley's family had little money and moved frequently. Gospel music is an important influence for him. His first guitar was when he was 10. His first feel of success in music was when he won a talent show in high school. Presley's first single that everybody is raging over is That's All Right. 1955, he signed with RCA Records. They chose well. Here are some interesting facts about Elvis. He was born in Mississippi. Elvis has an identical twin brother who was stillborn. When he received his first guitar, he was upset because he wanted a bike. In 8th grade, Elvis received a C in music. Elvis never learned to read music. Elvis was 6 feet tall. His natural hair color was blonde. He held a black belt in karate, and Elvis reportedly had problems with teenage boys wanting to beat him up on his tour stops. And back to you, Keyonna. The Berlin Wall separated capitalism and communism. This divided tour families apart literally. The wall was strong enough to stop a tank, but couldn't stop the news from getting in either side. There were smuggled messages through radio and television. At the end of World War II, the Allied powers divided and conquered Germany into 4 zones. The same was done with Germany's capital city, Berlin. Relations with the Soviet Union and the 3 other Allied powers quickly disintegrated. Germany turned aggressive and competitive. In 1949, this new organization of Germany became real when the 3 zones, United States, Great Britain, and France, combined to form West Germany. Soviet Union followed by creating East Germany. Many people living in East Germany wanted out. Living conditions were bad. They wanted to pack their bags and head to West Germany. By the early 1960s, East Germany was rapidly losing both its labor force and its population. East Germany needed to stop everyone from leaving. East Germany decided to build a wall to prevent them from crossing the border. Just past midnight on the night of August 12 and 13, 1961, trucks with soldiers and construction workers rumbled through East Berlin. Berliners were no longer able to cross to West Berlin. The Berlin Wall was stretched over 100 miles. It ran through the center of Berlin and also around West Berlin, cutting off West Berlin from the rest of the East. There were 4 major transformations of the wall. The 4th one was the most complicated and thorough. And there you have it, the Berlin Wall. Thanks for watching Key News at 1.